Alright, let's see if Stream Elements is gonna play nice today. Really need to fix that. And turn that down just a tad. We got one, we got two. Can I get three? There we go. Good evening, gamers, and welcome back to the corner. Tonight we are back in Final Fantasy XIV. Wait for it. That's delayed. But anyway, with the most recent mid-patch for 7.4 being 7.45, we had the V&C dungeons, Merchant's Tale, get added, and we also had the conclusion to Hildibrand showing up. So, since we have not touched any of the chaos of Hildy for Dawn Trail, we are going to be hitting up that tonight. So, I'm actually surprised that hasn't thrown a hissy fit yet. That is really delayed. Wow. Well, anyway, let us get this started with good old Nashu.
Why, hello there, Ambrosica. Or how serendipitous that we should cross paths in this far-flung nation. Have you come all this way to lend me a hand? Because let me tell you, I could use the help. You see, I've been doing my absolute darndest to track down the inspector ever since Mr. Poo-Poo's starship whisked him off to God knows only where. It bestly turned out to be the Thavnarian truth. Eyewitness accounts in the latest issues describe a shiny craft headed west across the ocean, so I packed a few things and headed as far west as I was able. This is where I ended up. I've made a few inquiries since my arrival, but I've mostly been acclimatizing myself to the native cuisine. A very important step, that. Anyway, seeing as fate has sent you to assist me, I suppose it is time I continue questioning the locals on the matter of an unidentified flying gentleman. Here, this should help aid in our investigations.
What? That's actually impressive.
It's an illustration of the starship, clipped from that Dorian publication. Having this on hand should make it easier to explain what we're looking for.
Yeah, and me pulling out the mount would definitely not be.
I'll ask around the markets hereabouts. As for you, well, I've yet to venture beyond the food stalls, so practically anywhere else is but here. If you learn any useful information, come to find me around this spot. I'll be stuffing my ears with delicious intelligence.
Well, it was pretty convenient that he came all the way out here around the starship. But last time, the weird little poo-poo guys. I think I have that mount set up as one of the favorites. Yeah, this thing. I'm willing to put 100 gil on it. Wherever he landed, he's face down, ass up as well. Do. Yes. Is there something I can help you with? Actually, I have seen a vessel like that. Sometime before Zoologist flying ships appeared. I watched it limp northwards through the skies above Tuliola, wobbling about like it might crash to the ground at any moment. That's actually useful. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Searching for a strange ship, you say? Yes, I saw a flying disc just like that during a patrol in Shiloni. It was slowly drifting towards the ground and seemed to come down somewhere in Yasolani. If you're determined to find it, then that's where you should try next. What were they calling the place that was covered by the dome now? Heritage Found? Oh, it went all the way out there. Damn. That's impressive. It lasted that long without crashing. So, let's see. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Because we were... Holy crap, we were... The hell were we? We were over here at Ilsbard. I believe it was out by... Yeah, Thapnir. Where that all ended. So it went way west. Holy shit. Across Eorzea to Tuliolal. And then apparently went north. And ended up where the Thunderdome appeared. Huh. Nice.
My forays into the stalls bore no fruit at all. None starship shaped, anyway.
Oh, fuck. Still set up.
Those are some solid leads. Nice work, Ambrosica. So, by the sounds of things, the ship was malfunctioning and eventually came down somewhere north of here. With any luck, this hostage found you mentioned, it will be the place to find the inspector.
Yep. I forgot Natsu is basically Soldier 11 in that aspect. Well, at least we're being honest.
Well, with you as my escort, I'm sure we'll arrive at the right spot, eventually, and none worse for wear. Shall we head off?
Oh, the Lala is still around. Sweet. Really? Really? He got away with that? Oh, that's awesome. So we... Oh, what? We're here? Really? I guess the outskirts would be the best place to start.
The area's all crackly and zappy.
Oh, God, Hildibrand's gonna be hit with lightning at least once while out here. I just know it. Oh. So much for his suit staying intact.
This is where the starship supposedly came down, so let's start a search for the inspector. Standard investigative procedures dictate that we question the residents for possible gentleman sightings. Up we go. This is a small settlement. All its inhabitants are known to me. If a man of distinctive appearance and demeanor were among us, I'm sure I would have noticed. Perhaps he is wandering somewhere inside Solution 9? They have many more people there, so he could go easily unnoticed in the crowds. You were here as Queen Sophine's guest, as I recall. If your companion wishes to enter the city as well, then I suggest you make arrangements with the sentry at the tower entrance. Ooh, Solution 9. Sounds promising. Thank you for the tip.
Visitor detected. Verifying access rights. Unlimited Everkeep access confirmed. Scanning unregistered visitor. Warning, warning. Explosive device detected. Entry denied. Yep, she probably has her bombs on her. Doesn't leave home without them.
I am not carrying explosives. This is medicine for treating Inspector Hildibrand's condition.
That... Jesus. Explosive medical compounds does not compute. Error. Fuck, I was not expecting that. Oh, holy shit.
It's really quite simple. Inspector Hildibrand was stuck up in Mr. Poo-Poo's malfunctioning starship, after which you proceeded to drag him thousands of miles away and deposited him here. Ergo, you need to let me pass so I can blow away his brain cobwebs.
Natsu, that's not helping your case. Error. Logic circuits overloading. Emergency shutdown initiated. Where were you when they were going haywire in Solution 9 both times? Jesus.
Huh? It must be nap time. Guess we can just go in.
Oh, wow. That was... I know to expect the unexpected with Hildibrand, but that was just perfect.
Cora, this is a good-sized city. Well, there's one sure way of locating the inspector at a place like this. If there's an ongoing case, then that's where he'll be. Let's head to a lively part of town and look for any nefarious incidents, shall we? Do you know which is the lively part? Truview? That's in the eastern sector, you say? Right then, let's get on it.
Is he... Nope. He is not visible right now. We're at to review. Oh. Okay. You stay out of trouble. Oh, someone please give either Nashu or Hildibrand damn. What, like a crime? Now that you mention, I did hear about a thief recently. Our city is peaceful, by and large, but anywhere you have a lot of people, their incidents are bound to occur. Peaceful my ass. I've seen Lalafells shaking down... Actually, correction. Milala's shaking down, what are Mikote's called out here? Shitona. It's actually in this back alley. A case, huh? I heard a talk of an odd squealing creature of some sort, but I don't know if that's the kind of thing you're looking for.
Recent troubles? We saw a pair of soldiers mobilizing not moments earlier, responding to a disturbance, it seems. I don't think it was too far from here, but I'm a bit hazy on the details. Oh, I also heard about the theft. Something was stolen from a nearby tavern, apparently. I got directions to the scene of the crime, so let's head over together.
I just saw him, damn it. The thief absconded with aged bottle of spirits. The most expensive one in my establishment. I demand you find this criminal at once. No need to get all hot and bothered. The culprit is right under your nose. Admit it, punk. You pinched the hooch.
But why would you think that?
With the supply of souls cut off, folks with a habit turn to the black market rackets, and luxury goods in dubious provinces is one way of paying the asking price. A top-shelf bottle of juice would make for a fine trade, I'd say. By the by, you'd know there's a method for identifying contraband souls. Your regular logs would tell the tale. Don't want to let us check 'em, eh? Be my guest. I took a gander at the cabinet where the bottle was stored and the lock showed obvious signs of tampering. Electro-picking tools are awful hard to handle, aren't they? Most amateurs get singed, but you've got scorch marks all over your mitts. Give it up, kid. We got you dead to rights. And after they suspended soul provisions, I couldn't stop worrying about the future. It was a moment of weakness. Save it for the authorities. Take him away, boys.
That was Inspector Hildibrand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He must still be in shock after the starship crash landing. A healthy dose of Natsu's delights will put him into rights.
Fuck, she's gonna blow up Solution 9.
I suppose that would be a responsible course of action. Come on, we should hurry along before we lose sight of this ungentlemanly Hildibrand.
We want to go up, probably. Maybe. It might be down. I would guess up, because most people don't know about the parking garage underneath here. Yeah.
He walked that away, or was it more of a mosey?
Well... That's interesting.
He looks like the inspector, but he's a touch old and mopey. "30 are passed inside the dome. Then if Inspector Hildebrand was here when it happened, that would put him in his 50s? He must have been living here so long that he's forgotten everything about his previous life. Luckily, I have just the thing to jog his memory."
Ah, shit. It only took 20 minutes. Think I wouldn't notice such an obvious tale. I don't know what your game is, but bombs ain't toys. Best put 'em away before you hurt someone, or yourself. Like me, I've seen neither of you are sporting regulators, so I suggest you be more careful with the only lives you got.
"Sir, didn't you remember us? You're Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, gentleman inspector extraordinaire."
I've been called a lot of things, but nothing so insulting as a gentleman. I'm the weathered old fool with too many debts and regrets. What the fuck was that? Detective Hardy-Boiled. Oh my god. What in the bloody hell?
Very impressive. But even with the name and the odd clothes, you might as well be in the inspector's older, more wrinkled twin.
Hate to break it to you, but you're barking up the wrong tree. Another egg? She's not making a hard-boiled egg right now, is she? Damn it.
You seem awfully fond of those hard-boiled eggs. Here, this one's on me. And don't mind the fact that I made it with alchemy and not culinary.
Thanks, Dollface. You're a peach. Fuck. That adds up. Jesus Christ, not you. Oh. What the fuck? Yeah, that's one way to cure a hangover. You got me good.
Maybe we really do have the wrong person? That indestructibility is awfully Manderville-like, though.
He's a reflection of Hildibrand. Yep. Make it simpler for her to try and understand.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but I can see that you're not who I thought you were. That's why we need to keep searching.
A missing person, is it? If that's your rub, you can leave the sleuthing to me.
Oh, we really could use your help.
By the sounds of things, this fellow looks a lot like me. What did you say his name was? Philly D. Grand? I don't even know where he's going with that. I'll find him. Don't you worry. I feel a hunch coming on already.
Are we sure that isn't the inspector?
And just think, there's gonna be one on every shard that still remains. Awesome.
I'd like to rush off and do some investigative work of my own, but the city still has my head spinning. I think I'll wait and see if Detective Hardy-Boiled is as good as he seems. Meanwhile, you should get back to whatever it is that famous adventurers do when they're not embroiled in one of our fantastical cases.
So that would have been the end of the first part that they released. Dame had me looking for some needle in neon-lit haystack. City with an allergy to sleep. This twin of mine had well and truly lost himself. The trail was colder than the ice at the bottom of my glass, but I could smell it in the air like the coiling stench of cheap perfume. A conspiracy. Stay tuned for further episodes of Detective Hardy-Boiled. Why is everyone here? Tell me that's nauseous reflection. And a cherry bomb. Beautiful. Beautiful.
The inspector has finally set foot upon the Dawn Trail. Get ready for inconceivable further Hildibrand adventures.
And there's the goddamn goblin.
Who knows what this case will be into this time. When it happens, whatever happens, you'll be there on the scene.
Wow. Oh, this is gonna be fucking chaotic riot.
Ambrosica, here to help again, are you? As things stands, I'm still waiting on word from,
Yours truly, I assume? Since parting ways, I've searched every alley, den, dive bar, and Everkeep for signs of this filigrant character.
It's pronounced Hildibrand.
Well, however you say it, he was nowhere to be found.
Oh, where could the inspector be?
Chin up, doll face. The case ain't over yet, and I always get my man. When the trail goes cold, the trick is to go back to the beginning. I want you to tell me the whole story again and leave nothing out, no matter how unimportant it might seem. So, you followed rumors of a flying disc which nabbed your friend, and that led you to the place where it was most likely crashed down. Here. You also think you got caught inside the dome when it appeared, and from your perspective, went through 30 years in the blink of an eye. Sounds like crazy talk. But I've seen enough strangeness in my line of work that I've learned to give my clients the benefit of the doubt. And since we've got no leads on this man himself, I say we try jogging memories about this tiny starship instead. We'll want to question older people native to your world who might have witnessed the original crash land 30 years ago. Folks that age seem to enjoy parks, like the one outside the residential radii. Let's go. Please tell me we're not going to 9/11. Yep, we are. So, okay. Just take the pad because it's closer. There we go. Old timers, apparent plenty, as promised. Pick a prune and get to it.
Oh, I still have that illustration I lent you the last time. Showing it around should help nudge some ancient noggins.
And she updated it. Awesome.
I did a sketch from the inspector's face to make things even clearer. I have another copy for myself, but that only makes two. Ambrosica, you and the detective will have to share.
We are talking 3 decades ago here. So having a picture should come in handy, even if the dame's work is on the same level as a finger-painting toddler's magnum opus. Ambrosica, was it? Well, you let me know when you're ready to bother some Parkos. Right, let's get started by showing the picture around it. Keep an eye out for the older hewn and Hetsaro that might be hailed from outside the dome. Oh, and don't forget the Shidona. May I help you? I'm sorry, but that was 30 years ago. I practically was an infant. Far too young to remember much of anything. That picture is very cute, though. Did you try to draw it? Someone's child did.
Yeah? What is the old lady can do for you? 30 years ago? I honestly don't recall. My memories of that time are faded at best, my dears. That is a lovely drawing you've used, though, sir. Really captures your essence.
That slack-jawed mug? You gotta be kidding me. Where? Oh, vending machines. Damn, that sucks. Vending machines caught your eye. Yeah, you could buy yourself a coffee or an energy drink, but luxuries like that make you soft. When I'm alone, walking through the darkest, dingiest parts of the city, I need something as weathered and weird as I am. I'll stick to my eggs, thank you. What'd he be wanting with me then? Can't say I'm familiar with that. But I do remember 3 decades ago when I was still a blooming in my youth. Well, middle age. Say, I remember you, the clever git who took back me verbal tonic from them thieving whore sons. That was a good bit of sleuthing, it was. No need for all that. Was just doing my job. Sorry to see that the tonic didn't do its job, though. It's not about growing my hair back, it's about the routine. About 40 years of massaging my scalp and basking in the same fragrant aromas every morning. Don't feel right starting the day without it. 40 years of you using Everkeep made product. Ah, that's right. You were Alexandrian, born and bred, same as me. There's no way you could have seen the starship we're after. Sorry to bother you, sir. Well, no one said it'd be easy dredging up eyewitness accounts from so long ago. This is where grit and persistence come into it. Spied a Shitona fella heading towards the 914 radius. Hard to guess his age with how long they live, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky this time. Really gonna talk about long-lived people next to a Vera. Yeah. Lovely day, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not sure I recognize the man. Hard to tell such a simple drawing. Forget about the drawing. We're more interested in what you know about the flying disc. Yes, the craft. I do recall seeing it. When I yet felt the sun upon my face, I was living a very different kind of life at that time. It was during a hunt that I spotted it. Flying machines were a rare sight back then, so I remember it well, even now. And do you remember where it was headed? It appeared to crash somewhere in Uwatawata. I will never get that one right. To the north. I was of a mind to seek out the wreckage, but then the dome suddenly appeared and I had far, far stranger things to worry about. There, what'd I tell you? Let's go find your pal Nashu and share the good news. Is it Uiyawata? That's still in Shiloni. Right? Or am I getting my cities wrong? Oh, fuck, I passed Nashu. Hey, it's our Lalafell. With the perfect disguise.
No one seems to know anything about the starship. Did you fare any better? So it came down somewhere near this Yukata place.
Yeah, that's that's much better than what I did.
I don't suppose you know, been there before?
Oh. Oh. It's where Banicula is. I'm confusing it with Yasulani. I'm a dumbass. Research facility, you say? Some unidentified shining object fell there from the sky nearby. Then I'd wager their people soon scooped it up. Seems we have our destination, but how to get across the lake? Bet we could. The Reforgers have a few, and I happen to know one of them accommodating disposition. Right, that's our transported sorted. What I'm stuck on, though, is how you already have been to the Jiwatawas, when I've only just learned of such a place existed. What's your deal, anyway? Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. Can't imagine why anyone would admire this man, at least from what you two have told me so far. Still, it's clear you're no fresh-faced mook. Let's press on with the investigation. My reforger friend should have a harbor cargo waiting for us at the drift downs.
I'd better pack a dose of Nashu's delights.
Those explosives of yours, leave them behind. Don't need no ditzy dame blowing herself up on my watch. Or me, for that matter. Damn. I really, really doubt she's going to abide by that. Yeah, that's field station, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I confused that with Yasalani. Wow. All right, and to the drift downs. Nope. Where? There you are.
I hear you need transport to Uwatawa. The hopper cargo is ready if you are.
Yep, this is definitely it. This place is a mess, but I don't see any monsters roaming the halls at least. Should be safe to split up and have a look around. Yeah, hopefully nothing else broke out of a cage. Urine mail we extract from the rest abnormal specimen, indeed, while physically unharmed and in a clear position of soul. Oh, God. That idiot. Please tell me that Resident Evil clone his ass.
A lot of people being pickled in here, but Inspector Hildibrand isn't among them. Speaking of which, did you see where Detective Hardy Boyle went?
Wait, I missed something? Really? Huh. I didn't see anything. Ah. Same place as it is in Field Station. Returned to natives of the land on a festival, recovered near Uwatawa, as flown to the region. Testimony was corroborated through examination of the wreckage. Shielded silver electro vessel was without a doubt manufactured using technology fundamental unlike our own. History was further compounded by the discovery of a human survivor within the craft. By appearance, force of the impact, the male had suffered no injuries. Yep, that is our detective. So all this time we came through here again and again and again. We completely missed finding Hildibrand, huh? Understand the incalculable potential in our mystery subject. Unlock the secret of his pre-eternal resilience. Risk the dangers inherent. Transfer monstrous souls. Previous section is our only recourse. Measure what mean forsaken knowledge of the man. Nicholas intriguing flying vessel. Decided to spend all research related to this specimen will be preserved in a biocapsule in Sector 51. Really? They went that way, huh? Why am I not surprised? Uh-huh. Ambrosica. Sorry to say, something else in the records caught my attention and it's led me to a different floor. I had to wrestle up a verification key for us, so I haven't spent any time on your starship mystery. Did he turn up anything yet? They were keeping him in Sector 51. The key I found should let us access to that area. Let's grab your pal Nashu and head there now. I don't think that's going to be the control room.
Inspector Hildibrand, there you are.
Are you kidding me? You two have been yanking my chain. This clown doesn't look anything like me. Well, opinions aside, we've located our man. Hard-boiled egg would really hit the spot right now. What?
Here, give this to the detective. Nashu. What the? Where the hell is this coming from?
Don't ask. Don't ask. Appreciate it. For the love of... I never could refuse the kindness of strangers. Please tell me you don't wake something up. Yep. They just went full Resident Evil on us. For the love of... These punks must be feeling lucky. He did not. He did not. What in the Hildibrand hell? There's no need for firearms nor fisticuffs. I shall resolve this altercation in a manner that behooves a gentleman. Attention, everyone. Follow my lead, if you please. Oh no, here it comes. Here it comes. Yep. Oh, it's been a while. Good God. Splendid, most splendid. Let us remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner. What the flying hell? I fear I may have overslept a trifle. But I, Hildibrand, well-rested agent of enquiry, now stands before you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Holy fuck. And by the by, who is this austere-looking fellow? A new admirer of mine, mayhap?
This is Detective Hardboiled, your soul twin from another world.
Why, my dear Nashu, this man possesses a nary spark of my singular aplomb. He does not resemble me in the slightest. I couldn't agree more. My sweet old grandmother has more grit in her pinky finger.
That's odd. Maybe I need new glasses, but the two of you seem practically identical.
The other thing here is how you look so damn young for a fellow who's been sleeping for 30 years. Don't get me started on how you charmed those shambling corpses. What kind of crime against nature are you?
The inspector has a very unique physique for one. And as for the zombies, he has an excellent rapport with them ever since his brief stint as an undead overlord extraordinaire. Which is where we first encountered him. Oh my god, that is such a throwback.
Oh. That raises more questions than answers. Still, we can consider the missing person case closed. Which leaves me to chew on something else that's caught my attention earlier. Smell a new case brewing, and mean to follow my nose. A case, you say? Then allow me to offer the services of Hildibrand, Inspector Extraordinaire. Undead Overlord seems more plausible to me than this juncture, but I'll bite. What does a fellow like you even expect?
Impenetrable mysteries, unsolvable cases, of course.
So, we're in the same business, eh? Makes me wonder how this gentleman act of yours actually helps you get the job done.
I too am curious to see if beneath that leathery gumshoe exterior you have the gumption to handle the truly difficult cases.
The dame? She's your assistant?
Loyal and steadfast.
I had an assistant once. And now the time to reminisce. We have a new case to work on. This'll be just the thing to prove our sleuthing chops, Inspector. Let's get out there and get down to brass tacks. All right. Since you managed to find some clothes, as I was saying, I got a whiff of a new case in the making, so listen up while I'll explain the particulars. You said you scoured this place top to bottom and learned that they were trying to stuff people's souls into monstrous hosts. But the fact this facility was forced to close down before they managed any real success. Sounds about right.
I don't know, Nicula was pretty successful.
And I'm guessing whatever incident turned the staff into walking corpses happened not long after. Here's where it gets interesting. According to the notes I found, one of the researchers survived and continued to work independently even after the project was mothballed. Apparently, he dismissed the Turali Vidroli as impossible to control, and instead chose to pursue his research using less ornery beasts.
Are you suggesting this mad scientist transferred his own soul into some slavering fiend?
Nothing so mad as all that. No, he saved that honor for convicted criminals. Seems he set up a fake rehabilitation program, had the prisoners transferred, and then yanked out their souls for use in experiments.
How awful. And what became of those criminally minded creatures?
That's the million-credit question. I tracked down the containment cells mentioned in the notes, but found the cages inside emptier than a barfly's tumbler. Oh, that's a new one. Little digging into the operation log showed the caged locks were opened only recently, which means we find ourselves on the case of the fiendish fugitives. We must seek out and apprehend these dastardly evildoers on the double. Yes, there's a chance they're out causing trouble. And as a detective, I can't turn a blind eye when I suspect wrongdoing is afoot. Luckily, I found a storage device that belonged to the author of those research notes. It's pretty banged up, but I think the data might still be intact. Let's head back to Solution 9. I'll take this thing to my place in the recreation zone and see what I can recover. All right. Oh. So let's see. We've hit Dirty Harry. We're definitely going noir. We've hit thriller. What else can we hit? Of course, this place will be next to the neon sign. And there's our boy again. Right, I'll take a crack at the storage device. You're better off waiting outside. Not the kind of guy who makes his bed every morning, to say the least. Well, the bad news is this device was even worse shaped than I expected. It'll be a while yet before I can recover all its contents. Quick pass netted me some scraps, though. Enough to piece together a partial file on one of the experimental subjects. It states our surviving researchers stuck the soul of a career thief into the body of an Cyclops. This light-fingered fella didn't steal outright greed, but for the joy of pissing off his victims. Just a guy like that ain't likely to change his stripes just 'cause he switched bodies. Yes, it's all becoming clear to me. His intentions are obvious. Our impish escapee will burgle the most prestigious jewel store in the city. As soft-boiled as guesses I've heard. Your instincts are way off, pal. Never seen an Cyclops before, have you? One of those big brutes was lumbering through the streets. All we'd have to do is follow the screams. No, if he's plotting enough heist, it'll involve a target outside Everkeep. And he won't be aiming to pilfer any old supply crate, neither. But something that really cause a nuisance. Electrope, of course. Alexandria's got a habit that only miraculous ore can satisfy. We need to hustle to the quarry outside, and I mean now. Alright, back outside. And to strike we go. The little mining site, just past the outskirts. in a moment. Wait. Where? Spot the Lullafell. Spot the Lullafell. I don't spot him. Yes, I work here. Is there something you need? Yeah, if we had any thefts. Funny you should ask, Ashley. We had several shipments of raw electrop go missing in the recent days. Strangest part is that our guard didn't see a damn thing. You need a hovercar to remove those heavy blocks, and I'm surely someone wouldn't have noticed it coming and going. There. What'd I tell you? Sneaky Cyclops could have run off with those blocks without breaking a sweat. You know who the culprit is, then. If there's anything you can do to help catch them, just say the word. That's mighty kind of you, friend. Then let's have you bait a trap with a stack of electro, placed conveniently out of sight of your patrols. We'll do the rest. One tempting stack of electro coming up. There, that should do the trick. Collar that thief for me, will you? Oh, and do be careful while you're at it. Trap is set. Now we wait. At least that one didn't explode. Did he really steal an egg? So, yeah, that's definitely an Cyclops. Oh, this is perfect. Maybe a little too perfect. Not good, not good. That's our thief. After him. Oh, didn't have to go far. We lost sight of our quarry. And he's gone to ground in the middle of a field of Cyclopses. We gotta use a wise... Got us a wise guy. Not a tough guy, though. According to his file, it says he's got no stomach for fighting. So we just need to split up and find the one that doesn't try to squish us on sight. Of course, even if he is a coward, he is a big boy now, so he might try to still go down swinging. Shout out if you hit pay dirt, and we'll take him down together. Nope, definitely not that one. Me not bad Cyclops. Ah, there's her Lalafell.
The inspector and the detective set off in pursuit of that screaming Cyclops. Come on, let's not get too left behind.
Damn it all! We have you now, fiend. There's nowhere left to... Ow, ow, ow! It's like being stabbed by 1,000 tiny needles. I mean, at least it's not lethal or rubber bullets. Out with it, punk. Where did you stash the goods? Who set you free? As if I'd tell the likes of you. Have it your way. I hear this sting's worse than chili sauce in your eye. No! Now, detective. Threats and intimidation do not become a gentleman. Move, move! Give a criminal a chance and they'll make you wish you hadn't. Good God. My turn! Well, at least he knows how to use his monster body. Abilities. Fucking hell.
Ooh, he really is a big boy.
This is my show now. Lose your gun or the girl gets it. You too. Weapons on the ground. Is he twitching? Nice. I'm pretty impressed by this guy. You had your chance to come quietly. Say good night, sunshine. Hildy? That didn't hurt at all. Hildibrand, agent of inquiry. Borzak's violence. Oh, somebody did give him damn. They gave him super damn. Holy.
Cool. The inspector's all lit up.
You gotta be kidding me. That shot had enough juice to take down a Gomphthurium. So bright! Bright for my eye, bear! Ah, the pain is akin to stepping barefoot on a kobold's back. Master Thief, are you certain you aren't willing to speak with us? You shone like a precious jewel. I yield. I'll tell you everything. Soft-boiled and cracked. Never wanted the electrope. The researcher who freed me commanded me to steal it, and I handed over every block I took. So you weren't just being your usual thieving self. Alright. So what's this researcher's name? He never told us his name, I swear. I only know him as the man who made us into monsters. He already had some scary-looking bruisers working for him, so I didn't refuse his orders. No idea where we might find him, then? None. I was supposed to meet him out here with my latest haul, but you can bet he slipped away after realizing I wasn't alone. That's it. That's all I can give you. Alright, I believe you. This case is taking a fishy turn. But even if you were an unwilling subject in all this, you still have crimes to answer for. I'm handing you over to the Tin Men authorities. We really had an animated Cyclops. Sad. Holy crap. Don't worry. I'll explain that you're a crook and a monster's closing so they don't just send you to Arcadian for slaughter. That's insane they put that detail of animation into him. As for the rest of you, meet me back at my place in Solution 9. I mean, it's almost like the Grahatia meets Histinian level of animation. Or actually, any Graha animation. Surely Detective Hardyboy must have acknowledged my dazzling investigative skills. In your dreams, pal. I handed the Cyclops over to the authorities and gave them the lowdown on our case. You can bet your last bean that research fella has other monsters doing his dirty work. Can't figure out his angle yet, but he's up to no good, that's for sure. Whatever those criminals are now, they're also fugitives. They may be operating as far away from our mechanical sentries as possible, maybe even beyond the confines of the dome. And that's a whole world I ain't familiar with. If you're keen on staying on the case, then I could use your help out there. You shall have it, of course. Inspector Hildibrand is at your service. Got my trench coat and a quiz with your pal started dancing in front of my gun. It's only fair that I tell you why. It has to do with a man who has his fingers on every illegal pie in Alexandria. The crime king, they call him. It was me who caught his royal rogueness and sent him in to rot in the prison cell. But after being transferred elsewhere under auspices of some rehabilitation program, I haven't heard a peep. So you're connecting the dots. Could be that elsewhere Yawata. Yeah. Me and him have got history, so if he's running free out there, some of a new kind of monster skin. Wow, that was bad. I want to be the one to bring him in. Your unwavering commitment is commendable, Detective Hardyboiled. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby swear to remain steadfast by your side until we have brought this case to its resolution. And he just runs off. I don't recall asking that soft-boiled dope to do a damn thing. Anyhow, I'll get back to pulling scraps of data from that box. Drop by next time you're in the neighborhood. Maybe I'll have a new lead for us to follow. Da, 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 da. I was hoping to see our hulking Cyclops squish those curious rats. The craven fool surrendered with barely a struggle. But no matter, I have more than enough Electrum now to proceed with my plans. Given the right direction, you outlaws have proven yourselves most useful, especially with the aid of your new monstrous talents. Really? That's an interesting one. When making hard-boiled eggs, you want to boil them for the same length of time. Every time. 12 minutes exactly. Any less, they're too soft. Any more, they're overcooked. We're out of time today, so here's some I prepared earlier. Oh shit. Nashu? My God. He just accepts it. Awesome.
The manufacture of my egg-shaped medicine is closely guarded trade secret, so don't try to make your at home. Keep safe and stay tuned for next episode of Inconceivably Further Hildibrand Adventures.
Good God. Wait, where the... Oh, there you are. If it isn't Ambrosica. Been keeping yourself sharp, I trust.
Yeah.
That's no good. In our line of work, you gotta stay in peak condition and be ready for anything. In any case, you picked a good moment to come by. I've managed to recover some more data and learned about another experimental subject. Oh, dare I say, that's cue for us to lend our investigative skills once more. It seems this criminal has his soul put into a body of a Kohelalo. That's a two-legged wolf, in case you weren't familiar. Prior to that, the man was a notorious vandal who went around causing wanton destruction, targeting everything from shops to government facilities. Didn't have any grand motive. It was all for the thrill of it. A real piece of work. Like the sticky-fingered Cyclops, odds are he's up to his old antics in his new body, and is a pawn to this mysterious researcher. Such a fiend wreaking havoc in a densely populated area would swiftly attract attention. If our wolfman were make mischief, I expect it would be somewhere outside this city. Not half bad reasoning for a soft-boiled dope. As you say, the fiend's likely to strike places outside Solution 9. God. We don't have any leads beyond that, though, so I have in mind to pay one of my trusted sources a visit. Mimion's his name, and his business is knowing every bugger else's. Come on, he ought to be at his usual spot nearby. Mimion, does that not remind you of our friend Wymond?
It does. Do you suppose that we'll meet your man, too?
Damn it, Nashu. Oh. Yeah, we're close enough. Alright, we'll go with that. Nope. You. Ain't often I see you with company, detective. What can I do for you today? A thrill-seeking vandal in the body of a fiend. Sounds like a recipe for trouble, all right? Now, I can't say I've ever heard talk of vandalism, neither in or around Everkeep. But there's a hunter who caught sight of a solitary calculio near the barrier recently. It went into Vanguard and didn't come back out, so he's assumed it went to Shilone. What struck him most, though, was the queer way it moved. Seemed more man than beast, he said. Kakuyos are fiercely territorial creatures that live in packs. This lone wolf's our vandal. I'd wager my gun on it. We'll head straight to Shilone right away. Thanks for the lead, Maimond. Hmm? 'Tis truly uncanny indeed, the resemblance you bear to my friend. His name was Wybond, and information is his stock and trade as well. Eh? Not only do we have similar faces and names, we're in the same business besides. Well, bugger me a lightning rod. You know, you look rather like the detective yourself, only you're either younger or have better skincare regimen. You brothers or something? I can't get that one. Detective Hill Hardyboiled and I are not the least bit alike. Damn right. Don't compare me with this preening ninny. All right, all right. I didn't mean to ruffle you any feathers. Careful, there's a Lalafell that'll go after you. But you, lass, something about you reminds me of the detective's assistant. Takes me back, doesn't it? I bet she's off somewhere doing something. They're just trying to tease it. We should get going. Let's gather in front of Vanguard before heading out to Shaloni. Oh, you're gonna make me go all the way across Heritage Found? You suck. There's her Lala. This'll be my first time beyond the barrier. Wonder if I can find a quiet bar that doesn't water down its drinks. Yeah, that's quite possible. We're really walking through Vanguard. Holy shit. That's interesting.
Inspector, you're all glowy tingly.
Must be the lightning round I hit you with. The after effects can linger a while, I'm afraid. No need for concern. Far from causing discomfort, the lightning appears to have improved my circulation. I feel haler than I have in recent memory. You really are an oddball. What the? Oh, it's these damn things again. Are you kidding me? He's scared of bugs. I must say, Detective, I haven't expected your hardened self to suffer from a fear of insects.
And such adorable ones, too.
They're not just any insects, they're oglobs, bringers of death and disease. Get a hold of yourself. Now, an egg will set you straight. You fool, you didn't bring any, not a single one. Damn it all! Oh dear, never have seen such a severe case of egg withdrawal. Oh shit. Wait, she's actually cooking this time?
Think you could boil this to... Think you could boil this to the good detective's liking?
What in the hell is going on? Oh my god. They really went all out with this. What do you say, 12 minutes? I think. Yeah, I think it was 12 minutes. Actually, I don't know if that's the way I do hard-boiled. I have to actually look that up. This isn't another trick, is it? Yeah, I'll chance it. Oh, I didn't smack it on his head. What the hell? God. The texture of the yolk, firm and assured, and not untested, but not broken down by the weight of the world. Essence of a survivor. You're a woman that knows the score, Ambrosica. I'm glad to have you at my back.
Looks like he boiled it just right. Well done.
At any rate, I feel like myself again. Appreciate it, Ambrosica. I had every confidence you could aid the good detective, my dear assistants. Come, let us continue on. Oh, crap. So, this is the outside world. It's gonna take some time getting used to being under a sky without limits. Right, we should begin by talking to the locals. That's a town over there, I see. Shoshone Nua's Springs, eh? As good as place as any. Come on, let's go. Whoop. An old-fashioned place, this, but it's got its ruggedness that speaks to me. Man could get used to it. Anyway, let's split up and ask around. See if there's been any acts of vandalism in these parts. You'll learn something. You come and tell me. Vandalism? Don't get me started. Some miscreant busted up our drilling equipment. I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into keeping everything running, so it had me seeing red. Ceruleum's our livelihood, so the perpetrator can't possibly be a local. It's an outsider, mark my words.
Oh, yeah. I heard that barn was destroyed the other day, smashed to pieces. Oh, by all accounts. Why would anyone do such a senseless thing?
Oh, what the fuck was that? As a matter of fact, there has been a spat of vandalism in targeting barns and equipment. Culprit strikes when no one's around and leaves with no trace, so we don't really have much of a lead. Baffled as we are, we posted a generous bounty. Information's welcome too, of course, so if you see any suspicious activity, please let us know. Nope, I don't see him. Oh, crap. Did we get DC'd? Oh, they're emoting. Never mind. Hey, managed to learn anything? Heard much about the same. Our vandal's been busy. By the by, have you seen Nashu? I'm not sure where she's gone. You serious? I do not know where your own assistant is. We better split up and find her. Before she blows up a ceruleum. That would be the best.
Oh, hello there, Ambrosica. Excuse, need help?
I say, Nashu, have you been making new friends? Know her, do you? All the chaos she's been soiling too, no doubt. Whatever do you mean? Don't play the fool. We saw her polishing them bombs.
That's right. She's the one that's been blowing things up. We're taking her in and collecting the bounty. For the umpteenth time, they're not bombs, they're medicine.
Yeah, verily. They may look and indeed explode like bombs, but they are in fact potent restoratives. My assistant is not the vandal you seek. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Exploding medicine, huh? Let's all take a deep breath now. No need to get so hot and bothered. We can all talk this through, resolve things peacefully. I don't know who you are, but we're done talking here. She's the vandal and that's that. You stand aside if you'll know you're good. If you're not willing to be civil, then we'll have to settle this the old-fashioned way. Detective, wait. I am empathically opposed to violence. I must insist that we resolve this in a gentlemanly manner. These kids wouldn't know a gentleman if it shot him in the rear. Don't waste your breath. Grr, you asked for it, old man. You want a duel, I'll give you a duel. Just remember, you had other options. Now we're gonna need witnesses, so let's take it elsewhere. They really went all out with the animations with this. Don't worry, your little head, it ain't to the death. Ill at ease though I am with Detective Hardyboyle's chosen approach, it seems we must defer to him. It's on a brave face, but he's nervous. Watch the eyes. He'll rush to the finish it. What's that red smudge? Had yourself some poached edge smothered in tomato sauce, did you? Soft choice of soft bastard. Not the least bit phased. Hard recognizes hard. I can tell you're a woman who's been through hell and back. Even I could learn a thing or two from you. Oh, you kidding me? All this fuss is over you and you're having a snooze? Hey, you've got moxie, dollface, just like her. Dream sweet dreams now. Still charged with lightning. That's impressive in its own way, but never mind, Theo, for now. I've got a job to do. An old-fashioned firearm, like most carried in these parts. Watch a barrel, dodge a bullet. Luscious locks for a revenant neck. Don't know why you fancy hair treatments you use, sweet prince, but a bar of soap is all you need. I've seen enough. This one's in the bag. You did not. Oh my god. Piss on the old law. As long as you win, it don't matter. Now. Uh-oh. He did not fucking make tricks this bullshit. Oh, what the Awesome. Who the hell are you? What's going on here? So, that's the way of it. But non-lethal rounds or no, the law forbids dueling in town. As such, this will be treated as an illegal gunfight, and the guilt falls on the side that drew first. You lot are coming with me. Now, it seems all this began when they saw the lady with what looked like bombs and assumed she was the vandal. While you don't strike me as a miscreant, I'd like to examine the objects for good measure. I must say that does look like a bomb. An unextendable, if unfortunate, misunderstanding. Despite its worrisome appearance, I assure you, good sir, this is a bespoke medicine that rejuvenates me when I'm feeling poorly. Shit. Yep. And there we go again. That is a bomb, or I was born yesterday. Ah, I feel like a new man. 'Tis as if I walk upon a cloud. Enough hogwash. While this alone doesn't prove she's the vandal, we're gonna keep her in the jailhouse till we know more.
Are meals served in that jailhouse?
Well, that they are. Jeez.
See ya.
I will come for you, Nashu. I will find the true criminal and clear your good name. This I swear. Oh, shit. Da, 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 da. I cannot bear imagine sweet innocent Nashu behind bars. We must apprehend the true criminal and secure her release post-haste. Sweet and innocent aren't words I'd use to describe a bomb-toting dame, but setting that aside, we know who we're after. We just need to track them down. A number of residents report having sighted unusual wolf-like fiend. Apparently it has appeared near a settlement called Lure Them in Your Trousers. I can't really criticize that one, because I will most likely screw it up worse. It's something I'm not gonna even try. You need to clean the wax out of your ears. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Whatever she said. Come on, let's see what we can find out there. Luwa Ten Inai Yawa was. Yeah. I don't have a chance of getting that one right. Right. Let's question the locals about Wolfman sightings. Should be straightforward enough, so we'll stay together this time. Just say the word and we'll get started. Ready? Lead the way. What ovens, eh? Unheard of in Solution 9. We do all our cooking with electric appliances. That said, the smoke might give eggs nice flavor. I'll have to look into it when I get the chance. Mother used to roast whole mandragoras in a giant oven. She was partial to billies for the flavor, but found them a little tough. That has no bearing on my toughness, mind you. I saw it all right. A wolf-like fiend I had never seen before, made off with a sack of vegetables we just harvested. 'Twould seem our fugitive was famished. Being a wolf, however, would it not hunt for its own food? Whatever it is now, it used to be a man. Wouldn't be odd if it still ate like one. If it means keep on hunting, it's likely to keep close to the settlements for its meal. You can see the resemblance between these homes here and those in the outskirts. What a real surprise when our worlds merged 30 years ago. I was just a greenhorn then, and she was still... Never mind. The motif on these dwellings is simple yet elegant. I expect Father would appreciate their artistry. He isn't here, is he? Yeah, we'd be able to tell if Godbert was here. What I saw wasn't a wolf fiend, but an adorable little creature. It kept squealing at me, as if trying to say something. Oh, I dare say this is a promising new lead. I have it! This creature is a minion of the Vandalus Wolfman. You and your soft-boiled guesses. I heard about a strange squealing critter on True View, but I doubt it has anything to do with our case. Critters on True View? Don't know about that. Crap, it's on the other side. Never mind. The wolf-like fiend? I've seen it south of here. Most folks avoid the area because of the little Kakua Pia territory, but I go there to gather a cactus. And the past few times I did, I saw a creature heading toward the gorge. Even the Lunyakawa's powers give it a wide berth, so it must be dangerous indeed. Our fugitive might be holed up in that gorge. Come on, let's go take a look. Alright. Gorge is way the heck down there. Oh, it's right here. That's not the gorge. Takawa doesn't seem to be here right now, but this is definitely where it lays its head. I can feel it. Let's split up and search for clues. If you turn up anything, you'll come and tell me. Are you fucking kidding me? Get lost. Well, I found the produce. We're not going to talk about where he just scurried. I found an empty liquor bottle. What about you? I found that. I found the goodies, and I found something else. Good work, Ambrosica. The bottles and the produce must have taken from the village. As for the piece of paper... Oh, that was the varmint he was playing with. These are diary entries, all right. I'll read them out. Another good day's destruction. I reduced the barn to rubbles in moments. Well, before anyone was wiser. My newfound strength is truly astonishing. The researcher contacted me. He wants me to put on a bigger show and will provide barrels of ceruleum for the job. This is going to be my tour de force. So it's as we suspected. Like the thieves thieving Cyclops, Vandal Kilwa is working for the researcher. But I must say, for him to leave incriminating evidence out in the open where enterprising agents of inquiry can easily find is rather careless, is it not? When he was apprehended as a man, he left a diary of his misdeeds lying around. Served as an incontrovertible proof of his guilt. To do it again, knowing full well how it led to his downfall. Perhaps he is some sort of clever design? Or perhaps... he's just an idiot. At any rate, if our fugitive has barrels of ceruleum at his disposal, then we must exercise the utmost caution. The tiniest spark could cause an explosion to dwarf even Nashu's delights. So I ask that you refrain from using your gun. My gun's more versatile than you think. It's capable of converting the lightning it absorbs into other kinds of energy. With a flick of a switch, it can shoot fire and water rounds as well. So, if push comes to shove, I'll give the wanton wolfman a hosing down. Well now, that is a wondrous gadget indeed. Yet, be that as it may, I remain firmly opposed to violence in all forms and elemental aspects. Solving cases in a manner befitting a gentleman. Such is the creed of Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Soft to the core. If you don't harden up, you'll make the same mistake I did. As a rule, I don't talk about my past. If there ever time to break that rule, now would be it. I used to have an assistant, too. She was a lot like your own Nashu, a real sweetheart. But she's gone now, killed by the Crime King because of me, because I was too soft. Crime King descended from a line of mages. Carlian is his real name, and he can wield powerful magics with a whispered word and a flick of a wrist. Doesn't have to rely on fancy gadgets like ordinary folk. We had him at our mercy, me and my assistant. When he started spinning a sob story, and like a half-boiled milksop, I lowered my gun. That was all the opening Carlian needed. He cast a spell before I could blink. I would have died where I stood if my assistant hadn't leapt in the way. She wasn't wearing regularly because she was following my lead. Killed her as much as he did. That such a thing should have happened. I was able to catch Carlian soon after that, but now the bastard's at large again in a fiend's body. When you deal with villains, you can't afford to be soft. One day, someone dear to you will pay for it. Now then, we've confirmed the Vandals here, but what is it that the researcher wants to achieve with this destruction spree? Well, first things first, we need to alert the Dusk Watch. They'll want to be ready when the Vandal strikes next. You know where to find them. What, see? Right? Right, then let's head over there. To think that the detective had suffered such a terrible tragedy. I struggled to find the words. Never change, Hildy, never change. You are right, my friend. As ever, I shall endeavor to be true to myself. That was a B rank. Where? Oh. Further. And further and further. So this is the jailhouse? Really? What was the saloon? Oh, yeah, I guess this one is. Stay strong, Nashu. Soon you will be free.
This taco is amazing.
Ah, it's you lot. What is it you want? I'll be damned. Just a moment ago, we received a message from someone claiming to be the Vandal. They declared that the train's their next target. Oh, not again. I was about to dismiss it as a prank, but hearing your report, I'm inclined to believe that the threat is real. Then we need to get to Shiloni Station right away. Indeed, I'll have my men and gather my men and hurry there. As for Nashu, 'twould be best if she remained here for now, I think. Detective, keenly though I feel for your loss, I must reiterate my staunch opposition to violence. Whatever may await us, I believe that we must strive for a gentlemanly resolution. The Vandal never used to announce his targets. This reeks like a rotten egg. Crap. Thank goodness you're here. Please, You can't let that feed and destroy the train. Oh, that's not good. We're on it. Get somewhere safe. We no. Just detective. Over there, a dame in distress. Um. You know, there's medication for that now, fella. God. All the times be out of charge. They did not. You've ever been afraid, will you? Oh, right there. Try anything funny, I'll torch those barrels. They're filled to the brim with ceruleum. Enough to blow us all sky high. There's nothing you can do, so just relax and enjoy the... Huh? Wait! We must extinguish the fire. The hell you think you're doing? I shall stop this runaway wolf train. Okay. And... I fear he's disinclined to stop. They're coming back. And they're headed straight for the engine. Damned, if I only used my gun. Oh god, did they seriously both come to that conclusion? How is Hildy gonna charge it? What in the name of the light, you idiots? A Mandeville man and his electrifying handstand. Wow. That thing's got some kick. You did good, Softy. You did good. You as well, Detective. You as well. Don't ask. Can we please move those barrels? I thought I was done for. I only give my life. So you don't know who else, anything either? I'm afraid not. I was told, only doing what I was told. And the researcher's true objective remains a mystery. This chaos and destruction can't be all for its own sake, can it? If you have learned your lesson, then I suggest you surrender yourself to the Desk Watch. You'll be safe in their care and receive regular meals beside. All right, I'll go quietly. Apologies for the delay. I see you have the situation well in hand. So this fiend was behind the destruction. We are grateful for your help. Despite appearances, he originally was a man, so treat him like one. Is that so? Understood. He will be treated with due dignity. You're still soft, hardy-boiled, as you always were. I wasn't expecting an interruption so soon. But no matter, the commotion has drawn you all here as intended. You're Kellyan. Well, that's not good. Villain disguised himself as one of my men and knocked me out. Rest, I believe you know. It seems Kellyan's also working for the researcher, and this was just a diversion. What's the bastard's game? Let's head back to Hutzwa for now. We have to set your friend free, after all. My men can clean up things here. Well, at least we know about the shapeshifter now. Right, let's let the lady out of her cell. Oh, Nashu, such an ordeal that must have been.
Oh, yes, the hors d'oeuvres were quite tasty.
Yeah, that's Nashu. Chef, we have a situation. A large shipment of Chirurlium has been stolen from Setsuara. What? It appears the thieves struck while we were dealing with the trouble at the station. So that was their true target, eh? First Electrope, now Ceruleum. What does he need all those resources for? So Carlian, he ain't the sort to do someone else's bidding. You can bet he's got his own angle. No matter what it is, I won't rest until justice has been served. And next time, my gun will be ready. You know something about these happenings by the sound of it. So this extends beyond Shilone. Even if we had the manpower, the Deathwatch can't go traipsing about in other jurisdictions, so I think it'll be best if we let the matters in your hands. Yeah, you can leave it to Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, good sheriff, that I shall find and apprehend the villain with grace and non-violent finesse. We'd be grateful. Naturally, my man and I will conduct a thorough investigation in Shilone. If we learn of anything, we'll be sure to let you know. Come on, let's head back to Solution 9. I could use a hard-boiled egg right about now. Maybe even two. Yeah. It's been a wild one. Well, I didn't mind it out in the wilds, but for this sentimental old fool, nothing beats this neon-lit city. Now I'll get back to working on the storage device. Check in from time to time in case I found this new lead. Meanwhile, let us continue our own lines of inquiry. Pray do not blame yourself for your assistant, detective. The fault mostly assuredly lies not with you. Heh. Oh, what a soft-boiled dope, no? Just in case, take care of your own. Hmm. Let's just standing there, menacingly. So, power source, explosives. Excellent. Soon the plan will come to fruition. Kennedy Loca's achievements will be meaningless. Next to what the heavens have gifted me. You fugitives have served me well indeed. And you me. Curious about my gun, are you? Come now, don't be shy. She's a molt python magnet, fitted with a custom head. Being made of electrum, she can convert lightning charge to fire rounds of ether energy. Double action trigger means she's fast as you are, and that ambidextrous safety means she's at home in both hands. Ventilated ribs help keep her cool and reduce the risk of malfunction when things really heat up. Recoil spring guides rods take an edge off the temper, while the extra long ejection rod housing serves to... Good God.
Are you getting sleepy? Because I sure am. Let's call it a day, shall we? I don't have anything particular to say about my alchemic tools. Till next time.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I got nothing on that one.
Broshka, I was hoping you'd drop by. Took a big a-doing, but I was able to widen the crack I made in that storage device and yank out a couple new scraps of data. First file happened to just so be on the record of Carlian's procedure. Seems the bastard soul was poured into one of those clot-type monsters. They have an annoying talent of mimicking shapes and faces, which is exactly what Carlian took advantage when he tricked us with that fake chemical.
Never fear, Inspector Hildibrand is here.
The other file I pulled had details on yet another monstrous feed criminal. This mook was nabbed for repeated vehicular violations, riding his air-wheeler too fast, making reckless maneuvers, endangering others, that sort of thing. According to the data, he's running about in a body of a cactar now. Judging by what we've seen from the Reacher's scheme, we'll have to dispatch the prickly speed demon somewhere outside the dome. But where? Rejoice, my good detective, for I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, come bearing a very direction you seek. Whatever. I have it straight from the mouth of a real chemiqua that the ambulatory cactus, piloted in a flying contraption, was supposedly observed streaking through the sky on the southerly bearing. Alas, despite hastening to confirm the sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginations of inebriated townfolk. The insistent chirp of veteran instincts nonetheless impelled me to investigate. Thus did my faithful assistant and I venture further south to question the colorful crowds of Tuliodol.
Tuliola.
Yeah. There to find a sobering witness eager to tell of an airborne succulent.
They say it was moving at an incredible pace, sat astride a vehicle like one the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past a dirigible before vanishing into the clouds to the south.
Alexandria's soldiers ride on air-wheelers, so unless there's another flying cactus out there, I think we've got our man. Good work. Almost too good, in fact. Oh, don't. Over there, is that a new case I spy? Hardly had to bait the hook. They're the real deal, all right. Although, come to think of it, I don't know why anyone would bother impersonating either of them to begin with. At least the lead seems solid enough, but if we're serious about catching this guy, we need an air-wheeler of our own. Come, there's a shop nearby that does custom jobs. That's too bad we're not going to get one as a quest item. That would be really nice, but I highly doubt they're going to do that, considering how much the normal ones actually cost. This is the place. I used to be regular here, but I ain't been back in a while. Let's see if they still remember me. Well, look who the wind blew in. Manom, I've come here for my steed. That battered old scrap heap. It's been resting on my garage floor so long I doubt it could even manage a slow trot, let alone a gallop. Happy to give it a tune-up if you've got credits to burn, but you need to supply some parts. New high-voltage batteries, superconductor coil at the minimum. The chronometer's ticking. I'll see if I can get my hands on the battery, but can I ask you to track down the coil? These soft-boiled dopes wouldn't know a suspension spring from an anti-gravity gimbal, but you I can trust to find the right part without cracking under pressure. Just tell it like it is. I know it's a fig when I see one. Hardboiled does seem desperate to get his air-wheeler up and running, so I'll give you a tip. You want a coil quick lag? Then salvaging the rise of defective sentries is your best bet. I'll even lend you this handy gadget to help you out. Set off a distress signal on the west side of Alexandria. And she'll have some murderous mechanical company for dismantle for parts. Oh, good, I finally get to hit something. I'll take these two along with me on the battery hunt. Good luck out there. Old Alexandria. Wow, we are going way the heck out there. Yay! We got one. And we got the parts. Sweet. Well, get your hands on that coil. Yeah, that should trick. Now, where do your roommates run off to? Can't be that hard to find a store that sells batteries. We should probably head over to the Nexus Arcade and see what's keeping them. How could you all get lost? Oh, please don't tell me Nash, you tried the food. Alright, I'm looking for 2 idiots and a cat. Ambrosica, any trouble picking up that coil? Nothing you can handle, I wager. As for the battery, I bought one easily enough. The problem was convincing the inspector and his gal to stick around well after he caught a whiff of tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, they wandered off and haven't come back. So's we ought to go looking for him, eh? Well, there's the Lalafell. Is that a corpse? A smiling corpse? You needn't fret, detective. This dapper zombie is an old acquaintance of mine. Allow me to introduce myself, good sir. I am a proud member of Gentle Deadmen, and a disciple of Master Zombibrand. I've been on the road seeking out new recruits for our merry moldering band. Said search has brought me here, into the midst of an unexpected yet welcome reunion. I don't usually hold up with necromancy, but he seems harmless enough, so if you're done catching up, we got a case to work on. Actually, fact, our conversation was almost entirely case adjacent. Employing his nose for festering fellows, his gentle zombie traced the stench of necromantic decay to the very facility which I once slumbered. Yes, I became fast friends with the one reanimated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new charnel chum, all the lab workers perished when an accident resulted in leakage of highly toxic substance. All that is, save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. Keishaki was his name. He was second in charge after the overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers as a condescending know-it-all. They did, however, begrudgingly recognize his passion for work. Even after devoting a full day of official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy into some mysterious side project. And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say? Sounds like we finally have the name of our mastermind. Courtesy of the shambling undead, no less. No matter how many years I do this job, well, thanks for that. Glad to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me, my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned. So that feller was an honest-to-God walking corpse, huh? I've met a weird folk in my line of work, but you always keep company with such oddballs? Pan camera right. That was out of line. It's just, I reckon there are forces in this world you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let's take these parts back to Monam. Get my wheel repaired. Shouldn't take too long. I'll ride him back there to make sure he's running smoothly and you can see the magnificent beast in all its glory. Do. Detective Hardboiled seems somewhat nervous. Excited to reclaim his pride and joy, perhaps? Sure. Oh, you better not. You better not do an Akira slide.
Car, would you look at that?
Jealous? What do you think, Ambrosica? I call him Night Stallion. He's a custom job built for yours truly and has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are a standard, but when it comes to ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick heating motor coils. But won't the increased heat compromise magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, that's a valid concern. A hotter drivetrain responds completely different when you ask open to the throttle and... You, get those filthy hands off my ride. I merely thought to enhance your beloved steed with a touch of some Salamanderville.
So, you've had this amazing machine this whole time? I haven't been riding it until now.
Ah, so fresh-faced and innocent. Spitting image of my assistant. God. I'll never forget the day I hung up my spurs. It was right after I caught Carnelian.
What the hell is he doing?
I'd been simmering in thoughts of vengeance, fit to burst my shell at any moment. Really? Through True View? Nice shot.
God damn it. Fuck, they couldn't help it.
Big House is too good for the likes of the Crime King. See you in hell, your majesty. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. You've gone soft, hardy boiled. This flashback exceeds the legal length. What the
Laced with illicit embellishments.
Why am I getting involved in this? To cut to the chase, my assistant was avenged. Slinging the Crime King into the slammer took me off the boil. And riding coal just ain't my style. Oops. Shit. They were saying that a cactar punk flew over Thule, whatever, then blew past the dirigible on his way to south, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? It's Yaktaral, right? Lots of big trees are there. Yaktel. Yaktaral is the north one. Let's make for this Yaktel's dirigible landing as our starting point. I'll take the Night Stellan and meet you there. Yeah, that was earned. I mean, being a Manderville, he probably can afford to buy one himself. Da, 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 da. There we go. Right, we shall find our own way to this cocktail dirigible landing. See you there.
I'm pretty sure it was Yak's tail, Inspector.
Moving on. Oh, we're not even going to stop in Thule. That's cool. And we finish off with that. That's perfect. Oh, I went the wrong way. Whoopsie. Ah, you've made it. Even this jaded old gumshoe has to appreciate the view of the coming from over the treetops. Anyway, I talked to the locals while waiting for you lot to arrive, and one fella had seen Mr. Cactar flying down the lower forests. So the biggest place out way is a settlement called Mamook. That'll be our next destination. Let's head over there, walk the streets, and ask some questions. You know, the usual.
Very good, detective, but what has become of your wondrous wheeler?
Night Stallion would draw too much attention than I'd like. I'd used autopilot function to call him if I need him, but otherwise I'll have to make do on my own 2 feet.
Down to the Mamook. Where do we go?
This must be Mamook. They build things differently down here, huh? But we ain't got time to admire the architecture. Spread out and find someone who's clapped eyes on that cactor.
Popped again. Awesome. Why, yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. Vehicle's tremble noise is what first drew my attention, followed by the incomprehensible yelling of its pilot. Yet the sight of this posturing man-plant was so absurd I found myself more bemused than frightened. Man, if you saw a flying cactar, yeah, that would be interesting. Say none the least. Where? There we go. Yes, I've encountered the fiend you described. Forest has its share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I observed it smashing one of the giant meteorites with a club and then racing away with the broken pieces. Make of that what you will. So, electrope for the power, ceruleum for the fuel. Meteorite's got to have some special materials to it. Ah, the subject of the recent gossip. I crossed paths with the creature myself, and it was indeed odd. But the machine it rode was a true wonder. Put up alongside me and me warbird. Challenged us to a race and then zoomed off with astonishing swiftness. If you're planning to catch that fin, you'll need an equally miraculous mount. Alright, where are you?
So, what's the rap? testimonies I gathered were very much the same. There's a cactuar racing out there, and that much we can be certain. But if he's simply making stops to bag meteorite fragments, then this ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Ambrosica. Something about those rocks I ought to know. Some kind of special etheric radiation, eh? Well, we haven't pieced together Kesh's big plan yet, but it seems really interested in those space stones. Which means we've got a good chance of finding his spiky goon by stalking out the spots where the meteorites are. If we nab the cactuar, we can make him lead us to the researcher, and to Carlian. When I say us, I mean Night Stallion, of course. Once we find him, the rest of you won't be giving chase without an air-wheeler. I need no such contrivance. These legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo bearing exercise regime. Godbert, what the do you put him through? Oh, good luck to him. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but I can't deny the uncanny body of his is made of sterner stuff. And that bug is just waiting for its opportunity. Let's get on with it then. I hear there's a few good-sized meteorites alongside the road that leads out of this town. We'll start at the near end and hope the mook puts it in appearance. That bug's gonna cause trouble, isn't it? Vantage point, thank you. Ah, it's just moving. No wheeler riding cactuar around here. Let's move on. Oh, that idiot inspector. Took off like he had the case all sewn up, but running fast didn't find him any leads, did it? Harry thought he was onto something. That way, Nashu, I think I may be onto something. Well, it wouldn't be Hildibrand if we didn't have that nonsense. No sign of him either. On to the next meteorite. I detect a hint of criminality in that direction. Onwards, Nashu. We mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. Uh-huh. Well, I don't see any Lalas, and I don't see any bugs. Now I see a Lala with a bug. Okay, we're here. Where did she find a taco? Seriously? That's not a cactuar, that's a noptender. Look out, stand aside or 1,000 needles in your hide. Make way for the unmatchable and catchable spike. Good fucking God. Wow, they really animated those. This one looks ripe for the smash in. Hold it right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off that air wheeler. Huh? Ah, you must be the blowhards I was warned about. They can give me orders, succulent speeder. My ride is maxed out with black market mods. There ain't no one faster. Keep off if you can, slow pokes. That's the way it's gotta be. Challenge accepted. To me, Night Stallion, it's time to burn rubber. And they're gone. I'm right behind you.
And I'm right behind you, Inspector.
And I'm just standing here. Or not. Oh, they better not initial D. Do not initial D out here, please. Damn it, the stallion's at full gallop and still trailing. 'Twould seem you require my assistance after all. How the fuck did he stay on? Well, you caught to me on foot? Fine, change of plans. Where's my damn python? I'll just tweak the weapons element settings like so. With you steering and me providing thrust, that fiend will soon learn a harsh lesson. Oh my god, he's not gonna... Nothing outrides a fired up Manderville, man. Hold on. That poor gun. They're actually gaining on me. Come on then, feel the needed for speed. We did it! Victory is ours! Farewell, Night Stallion. Oh wow, they actually had him do it this time too. That's great. I can't believe it. My undefeated record. My legendary winning streak. It's over. And yet, I feel strangely content. Try me. Enough. You win. Just hand me over the coppers and be done with it. So the researcher forced you to work with him, like he did the others, fiends. That's right. He told me to smash and grab the meteorites from this forest. Well, not what he wanted them for. All this way to nab some delinquent goon, no leads on Keshak or Carnelian to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trash. That one's on you, Hildibrand. Perhaps we can run together next time? Oh, if you're looking for Keshak, I know exactly where he'll be, waiting for my meteorite delivery over by the cliffs southwest of here. Why didn't you say so sooner? But Carlin's there with him. He won't escape me this time. I leave this criminal cactuar in your custody. Finish appearance aside, 'tis a man soul within, so please treat him accordingly. Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? I must ensure these villains are served a gentleman's justice. There's the bug. Where'd the Lala go? Damn. Where are we going? Oh, we're going over there, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if there were any references in that last bit. Maybe Fast and the Furious? Maybe? I don't know, I think that would be stretching it. God, I can't even remember all the references we've had so far. You know, we've done Resident Evil because of Field Station. We've done Akira because of the slide. We've done Dirty Harry. What was one of the earlier ones? Yeah, there's been way too many for me to remember. I can hear them just up ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go barging in. He's late. We must assume something went wrong. These meteorites will prove a perfect energy source, and I prefer to harvest the supply, but it's too great a risk to linger here. Freeze, mage. You so much as twitch your lips and I'll light you up. No! I've worked too hard to give up now. Getting away. He'll keep. I've got the one I want. But don't think I'm taking you in just so you can escape again. Never again.
Murder is not the answer, detective.
Well, that's a new one. Where did Carnelian go? You almost had me, if not for this bumbling fool you tolerate. Soft as ever. Well, they both got away. That's not good. You and me are done, Hildibrand. Stay out of my way. My recent inadequacies as inspector appear to have earned the detective's ire. 'Twas you he turned to for assistance with this case, Ambrosica. It is only fitting that you remain at his side for the duration. Meanwhile, Nashu and I shall persist with our independent inquiries. So where did they run off to? Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but that yoke for brains had me steaming. So this is not the finale then. Oh, for the love. I see you skulking over there, soft-boiled. Isn't it a delightful spot of serendipity? We were followed the villain's trail, and look how we all run into each other. Completely by chance. We're only passing through. We'll apprehend the mastermind of our own tried and true methodology. You shall see. Well, I'm an idiot. Ambrosica, I want you to be on the case with me from here on out. When it comes to a proper guide beyond the dome, as well being tougher than yours truly, No one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your heads for a bit while I work on salvaging more data, but Hardboil always gets his files in the end. See you around.
I guess I was wrong. So I'll have to wait for 7.55 then to finish this. Huh.
At long last, my scheme comes to fruition. No longer must I endure the company of incompetent colleagues. All is in readiness. Replication of my brilliant mind is at hand. Never again shall I be known as Canicola Corpius' second best. My name shall ring across the land, carried far and wide by an army of unrivaled geniuses.
Something amusing. Oh, just the fact that you repaired a device capable of miracles, yet your plans are so very banal.
You dare mock me?
Well, that ended fast. What a bore he was. Now to realize a dream worthy of this marvelous technology.
Oh, that explains a lot. Now it all ties together. Sweet. So yeah, that's got to be 7.55 for the finale. Detective Hardboiled, they call me. Cold and tough as a cucumber wrapped in old leather. I'm a man who prefers his own company. Today's ag was overdone. Let the pot boil and boil, a match to my mood. You could clean up after yourself, dude. They say you can't make a cracked shell whole again. Maybe it's time I smash it completely.
Core, these are some troubling thoughts. Can anyone save Detective Hardyboyle from himself? I bet the inspector can. With us on the case, a happy indeed is never far away.
Jesus. Alright, so I was gravely mistaken. 745 is not the finale for Hildibrand. That'll be the next mid-patch after the post-patch. Yeah, it'll probably be 755 then to finish that out. Oh well. It is what it is. But that was definitely one hell of an introduction to Dawn Trail's Hildibrand series. Definitely did not disappoint. But I think we at the corner are going to call it on that one. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.